जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन। यमुना तीर वनचारी। यमुना तीर वनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Reading from Canto 1, Chapter 17, Shloka number 9. मा सौरभेयात्र शुचो vyetu te vṛṣalād bhayam मा rodīram bhadraṁ te khalānāṁ mayi śāstari मा saurabheyātra śuco vyetu te vṛṣalād bhayam मा rodīr bhadraṁ te khalānāṁ mayi śāstari मा saurabheyātra śuco vyetu te vṛṣalād bhayam मा rodīr bhadraṁ te khalānāṁ mayi śāstari Ma, do not. Oh, sorry. Vyetu śuco vyetu te vṛṣalād bhayam मा rodīr bhadraṁ te khalānāṁ mayi śāstari मा saurabheyātra śuco vyetu te vṛṣalād bhayam khalānāṁ mayi śāstari. Ma saurabheyātra śuco, vyetu te vṛṣalād bhayam. Ma rodīr amba bhadraṁ te, khalānāṁ mayi śāstari. Ma saurabheyātra śuco, vyetu te vṛṣalād bhayam. Ma rodīr amba bhadraṁ te, khalānāṁ mayi śāstari. Ma saurabheyātra śuco, vyetu te vṛṣalād bhayam. Ma rodīr amba bhadraṁ te, khalānāṁ mayi śāstari. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Ma, do not. Saurabheya, O son of Surabhi. Atra, in my kingdom. Suchaha, lamentation. Vyetu, let there be. Te, your. vṛṣalād, by the Shudra. Bhayam, cause of fear. Ma, do not. Rodīr, cry. Amba, mother cow. Bhadraṁ, all good. Te, unto you. Khalānāṁ, of the envious. Mayi, while I am living. Śāstari, the ruler or subduer. Translation. O son of Surabhi, you need lament no longer now. There is no need to fear this low caste Shudra. And O mother cow, as long as I am living as the ruler and subduer of all the envious men, there is no cause for you to cry. Everything will be good for you. Purport. Protection of bulls and cows and all other animals can be possible only when there is a state ruled by an executive head like Maharaj Parikshit. Maharaj Parikshit addresses the cow as mother, or he is a cultured twice-born Kshatriya king. Surabhi is the name of the cows which exist in the spiritual planets and are especially reared by Lord Shri Krishna himself. As men are made after the form and features of the Supreme Lord, so also the cows are made after the form and features of Surabhi cows in the spiritual world. In the material world, the human society gives the protection to the human being, but there is no law to protect the descendants of Surabhi, who can give all protection to men by supplying the miracle food, milk. But Maharaj Parikshit and the Pandavas were fully conscious of the importance of the cow and bull, and they were prepared to punish the cow killer with all chastisement, including death. There has sometimes been agitation for the protection of the cow, but for want of pious executive heads and suitable laws, the cow and the bull are not given protection. The human society should recognize the importance of the cow and the bull, and thus give all protection to these important animals, following in the footsteps of Maharaj Parikshit. For protecting the cows and Brahminical culture, the Lord, who is very kind to the cow and the Brahmanas, will be pleased with us. And the Brahmanas, Go Brahmana Hitayate, will be pleased with us and will bestow upon us real peace. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vande Ham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamsha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namne Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratu Se Nama He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुस्तुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Thank you, devotees. I'm really, all brahmacharis over here, I'm feeling a little nervous also now. So thank you very much for giving me an opportunity for speaking, for purifying myself, for meditating on Srimad Bhagavatam. Please forgive me if I speak anything beyond my realization, and please bless me so that whatever I speak is in parampara and pleasing to the devotees. So today's topic, we have, if you read the shloka, there are four audiences, four people over here right now. Parikshit Maharaj, the mother cow, the bull, and Kali. So we'll speak on all the three people. We'll speak little bit on, I'll speak little bit, we'll discuss little bit on Parikshit Maharaj, his qualities. We'll also speak about Saurabheya, it is written Saurabheya, the son of Surabhi. And then we will talk about Kali, Kala. It is written khalānāṁ. It has khalānāṁ. It's envious men. So we'll talk about little bit about enviousness. So I know a lot of devotees have spoken about the qualities of Kshatriya and Parikshit Maharaj. But one thing that I wanted to specifically touch upon during this conversation is quality of a Kshatriya in form of decisiveness. This is one of the greatest quality of a Kshatriya. He's very decisive. He's not standing on a fence saying that idhar jaun ki idhar jaun, kya ye karu ke wo karu. He's very decisive. Violence use करना है तो use करना है, violence नहीं use करना है तो नहीं use करना है, protection देना है मतलब देना है, सभी को देना है. Very decisive. So this quality is very much prevalent in this particular shloka, that Parikshit Maharaj was very decisive. And this quality actually is given in Mahabharata also by Narad Muni to Yudhishthir Maharaj. So Narad Muni actually gives a very puts forward a very rhetoric question to Yudhishthir Maharaj. मतलब वो negative way में Yudhishthir Maharaj को पूछते हैं. So this in Mahabharata, Narad Muni says to Yudhishthir Maharaj, do you avoid the 14 kingly vices which frequently destroy even the most well-established rulers? So the first one is disregard of the gods. Are you doing that? Disregard of the wise. Are you doing that? Deceit, anger, carelessness. Are you procrastination? Are you procrastinating? Are you lazy? Laziness, absent-mindedness, consultation with just one person, consultation with people who are ignorant to the task at hand, failure to act on decisions, failure to keep secrets, failure to perform auspicious rites, and failures to become strangers, failure to welcome strangers. तो यहाँ पे 14 क्वालिटीज बताई गई है लीडरशिप के बारे में इन अ नेगेटिव वे. सो नारद मुनि इज सेइंग दैट आर यू नॉट डूइंग ऑल दीज थिंग्स एज व्हाट अ वाइज किंग नीड्स टू बी डन. तो इसमें एक quality जो we are going to talk about is avoiding procrastination and to make decision and persevere on it. This is one quality that you will see in all Kshatriyas. They are very decisive and they make the right decisions because they have the knowledge. And wise Kshatriyas can make the wise decisions. Like, I'm relatively very poor in decision making. मुझे एक सॉक भी लेना रहेगा तो मैं 5 दिन सोचूंगा ये लूँ कि वो लूँ, ये सस्ता है कि वो सस्ता है. So decision making, but when I know the guideline given to me saying that if I want to buy a shirt, if a guideline is given, if I make a guideline within my mind that anything within the range of 500 to 700 rupees, if I get and something which is good, I will immediately buy it. So I make a decision very quickly. Why? Because a guideline is given to me. So decisions are made faster if you are very clear in your thoughts. So I remember when we went with His Grace Kanai Thakur Prabhu to Chardham Yatra, and we were in Badrinath, and we reached Badrinath very late because Prime Minister had just visited Badrinath, and all the people were made to park their cars some 10 kilometers away from Badrinath. And Prime Minister गया, बाद में बहुत rush हो गया. So we stood in at least 4 to 5 kilometer line, or at least 3 kilometer line तो था. And we stood in the line at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, और हमारा chance आया 10 o'clock in the night to take darshan. So that kind of line was there. And by the time all the devotees took darshan, it was 12 o'clock in the night. And it was freezing cold, -2 degrees था. Freezing cold. And actually in Himalayas, Chardham में government का rule है कि 7 बजे के बाद में they don't allow vehicles to cross the ghats. You are not allowed to go. And then I was panicking. 12 बजे रात को पूरा अंधेरा, पूरा घाट area. Ghat means it's like even in daytime you can slip and you can fall into the valley. ऐसा वाला situation है. तो रात को तो I was inquiring hotel में, लेकिन क्योंकि pile up इतना हो गया था, एक भी hotel free नहीं थी. People were sleeping in their buses in the freezing cold. And I was thinking कि क्या करे. And Kanai Thakur Prabhu made a decision. He said, we will leave. I was saying, Prabhu ji, कैसे 12 बजे रात को, and government is not allowing us. Well, then no, we leave. He was very clear in his thought. He was very decisive. No, we have to leave. So that is a mark of a leader. Ultimately everybody reached safely. One after the other, one car after the other, we were moving and we were like chanting desperately while, one car was going. The first car, if he goes into the valley, all the cars will go into the valley. So, but he made a very wise decision, I think, at that point in time. But, to make such decision, we should be very clear in our thoughts. So, a Kshatriya makes very wise decision and makes the right decision. He makes the decision to use violence when it has to be used violence. ऐसा नहीं कि Kshatriya will use violence whenever he wants. He will make use of violence to make the right decisions, or he will make sure that he punishes a person when it has to be punished. He does not seek for, usually we make such decisions where we feel we will become popular. He does not make decisions to make himself popular. He will make decisions to make sure that the right things are happening. That is, we have to, once Srila Prabhupada was giving a class in San Diego, and at that time the ships of America, they had crossed the waters of Cambodia. And the Cambodian government had actually attacked on America and captured all the ships. And America declared a war on Cambodia. And all the devotees who were sitting in the class of Srila Prabhupada were all Americans, and they were very anxious. They were a hot topic hai abhi. So one devotee asked Srila Prabhupada, should we become empathetic towards others, or should we use violence when it is required to? And did whatever America did, was it a wise decision? So Srila Prabhupada immediately said, yes, America did a wise decision. They should tell the world and the Cambodians that even if you touch the hair of my people, I will, attack you and not let you But then Srila Prabhupada also said that we should give Krishna conscious first. And then we should tell them that, we will attack you. So, Srila Prabhupada was very clear. Actually, a spiritual leader has to be ahimsa, right? He has to be non-violent. But Srila Prabhupada was very clear. जहाँ पे violence use करना है, which can, in politics specifically, it cannot be done without violence. And we know, like in the previous government, whatever government was there, 10 years, they were not acting. There was so much violence. But when Narendra Modi came, a small spark of violence happened. He had to retaliate to let them know that हम लोग शांत नहीं बैठने वाले. In fact, he changed our nuclear policy. It was first no first use of nuclear weapons. But he changed it, saying that if necessary, I will use nuclear weapons. I'll be the first country to use nuclear weapons. So to protect yourself, you have to use violence. So this clarity of thought, we always talk about Narendra Modi as decisive government, right? Why? Because he's making the decisions. Sometimes it may be, not right because of his shortcomings, but the Kshatriya has to have the power to make decisions. Once Radhesham Prabhu was giving an example that, Srila Prabhupada was taken to a so-called non-violent guru who was following that principle of non-violence to the core, to verbatim. And Srila Prabhupada saw that, this guru has some female disciples also. So Srila Prabhupada just wanted to tease him and, convey some message. So he said, he asked that guru that, will you, what will you do if somebody misbehaves with your, Mataji disciples? Will you use violence or not violence? And that guru was silent for some time. And then he said, I will not use violence. I will pursue my non-violence. And those female disciples were actually agitated. They were anguished, thinking, what is our guru saying? That I will not, use violence, not protect them. But Srila Prabhupada was very clear in his thoughts that, and Srila Prabhupada made, lightened the conversation and they laughed about it and all that, saying that no, violence should be used whenever it is required. But Srila Prabhupada was very clear. Like similar incident happened in Indore when Srila Prabhupada was called for Gita Sammelan. And Srila Prabhupada thought that, everybody has given lectures on Gita. I should make the audience feel lively. So what did he do? He didn't give a class. He called all his disciples onto the stage and they started kirtan. And when they started kirtan, all the foreigners were dancing. Matajis as well as Prabhujis were dancing on the stage. And there will be some jerks in our society who will jump onto the stage and start dancing like mad. And there were few of them who were dancing like mad, and they were going closer to Matajis and dancing, and not in a good manner. And actually Srila Prabhupada was very engrossed in doing kirtan, closing his eyes and doing kirtan. And then he opened his eyes. And he saw that, this person is getting too close to Matajis. So while he was doing kirtan, he actually swung his kartal and just hit him on his head. So he was a 71-year-old, man, old man, but he was very clear, I have to protect my female disciples. So that should be the clarity of thought that, person should have. It should not be, non-violence should not be taken as the sum and bonum. It is said that, it is not said that if you are non-violent, you are good. If you are good, then you are non-violent also. So it's other way around. So, like we hear so many examples as leaders, they were very non-violent. I don't want to name them, but that leader had sent 3 letters to people of non-violence. First letter he had sent to Churchill, Winston Churchill, and said that, Hitler is attacking you. You should actually let your doors open, house doors open, and let Hitler attack you, and then things will go all right. And Winston Churchill was actually disgusted. What is he saying? This leader. Second letter, he said, these are the 3 famous or infamous letters written by that leader. Second letter he sent to the Jews, saying that, Hitler is attacking you, you are anyways dying. So open your heart and face Hitler and become non-violent and die. So, and the third letter he sent to Hindu community, saying that, the other community is attacking you. You should reach an era of a place by being non-violent and dying. You will reach some place, whatever that place is. So this was what was his concept of non-violence. So this concept is actually not good. This concept of non-violence as a principle, it's as a standalone entity, it is neither good or bad. What is the time, place, and circumstances in which you use violence is what matters. Also, non-violence can be practiced by people who are strong. Not that people who are not strong, suppose if, we attack Bhutan. So they are not strong, so they are non-violent, whatever you say. So that is not called non-violence. You have to be strong enough to say that I will not do it. One poet, very nice, I heard 3-4 lines I would like to share. One poet said, क्षमा शोभती उस भुजंग को जिसके पास गरल हो. क्षमा शोभती उस भुजंग को जिसके पास गरल हो. उसको क्या जो दंतहीन विष रहित विनित सरल हो. So what it means is that forgiveness can be practiced by people who have poison, who has bhujang and who has poison. They can they can practice forgiveness. What is the point of practicing humility and non-violence when you don't have anything? I don't have anything and I give up. What does it mean? You don't have anything, what to give up? So the same poet actually gave a very nice 2 lines on non-violence also. And he said, समर शेष है नहीं पाप का भागी केवल व्याध. समर शेष है नहीं पाप का भागी केवल व्याध. जो तटस्थ है समय लिखेगा उनके भी अपराध. So just staying on the fence and not taking a decision, either it's violence or non-violence, whatever, you have to take a decision. Like Parikshit Maharaj over here took the decision to kill that person just for saving a cow, animal. As such, it's an animal, right? And but he took a decision that I will kill this person, a human being, in place of a cow, because he knew the importance of cow protection. So we will come to the next section of our discussion is saurabheyātra. That what is saurabheyātra and why so much importance is given to surabhi cows and in general all the cows. And we'll just study some pastimes of surabhi cow. So Srila Prabhupada writes in his purport that surabhi is the name of the cow which exists in the spiritual planets and are specially reared by Lord Krishna. In this purport, Srila Prabhupada writes, as men are made from the form and features of Supreme Lord, so also the cows are made from the form and features of surabhi cow. So let us understand. So actually if you see in our scriptures, lot of importance is given to cows. And there's no talk about dogs or elephants or nothing. Cows. So why so much importance to cows alone? So how does surabhi actually appear? So once when Daksha was given, there are many stories. This is one of the stories. When Daksha was given the opportunity to progenate the world, to populate the world. So first thing he did was he came up with the prescribed duties for people. What should be the prescribed duties and how they should be following these prescribed duties. And for performing the prescribed duties, he knew that yajna needs to be happen. Because men, the devatas actually survive on nectar, and nectar comes out of yajna. And men will perform yajna, and nectar will be produced, and the nectar will be taken by demigods, and that's how the relationship between demigods and the human beings will be there. So when the Daksha was populating the world, people came to him saying that, please tell us what we should be doing as prescribed duties and tell us how to perform and what are the ingredients. And so Daksha said that you have to, as devotional, when you do prescribed duties as a devotion to Supreme Lord, it becomes yajna. So you should perform yajna. And then they were asking, how to perform yajna? Where is the ingredients for it? And at that time, Daksha drank the nectar. And from his burp, a Surbhi cow came up. Being satisfied by drinking the nectar, from his burp, Surbhi cow came up. And then he blessed that this Surbhi cow will give you all the ingredients required for performing yajna. So once, this is how, and later after the boon of Brahmaji, Surbhi became the mother of all the cows. We will discuss about that also, how, she became the mother of all the cows. So once, similar, pastime once, I don't know whether it's truth or not, but Tenali Raman, he asked, Krishna Dev Rai asked Tenali Raman, which is the which animal's milk is the best? And, courtiers, all the courtiers said, cow, cow, cow. Cow's milk is the best. And Tenali Raman said, buffalo's milk is the best. And everybody in the court was shocked to listen to this. And especially the king was very shocked. He said, what are you talking nonsense? Cow's milk is the best. How are you saying buffalo's milk is the best? So Tenali Raman said, you said which animal's milk is the best. So cow is not under the category of animals. So it doesn't come under the 84 lakh species of life. It is coming from the spiritual world. That is why I said buffalo's milk is the best, because after the cow, buffalo's milk is the best. So here, actually cow comes from the spiritual world and Surbhi comes from the spiritual world. So this story that we heard of Daksha, giving birth to Surbhi, so how did it reach to the spiritual world? So once Indra went to Lord Brahma asking for, why is the spiritual world called Golok Vrindavan? And why do we have so many cows in Golok Vrindavan? Then Brahma narrated a story about why. So he said, when Aditi had performed severe austerities to get a son as good as Lord Vishnu, she wanted to actually beget Lord Vishnu as a son. And she performed severe austerities. And it is written, she performed Payovrata. And looking at that, after that Vamandev came, and then, Vamandev pastime happened. But the daughter of Daksha, actually Daksha's daughter is Surbhi, because she was born from Daksha's mouth. So Daksha had actually given the status of daughter to Surbhi. So when she saw that Aditi is performing such severe austerities, she also decided to perform severe austerities. So she went to Kailash and with 2 legs, and she started performing severe austerities for thousands of years. And it was creating an imbalance in this material world. So all the demigods, along with Brahmaji, they came to Surbhi. And she said, Brahmaji asked, what boon do you require? Ask me, but stop these austerities. So Surbhi gives a very beautiful reply, saying that, like Dhruv Maharaj, she says that just by looking at you, all my desires have gone. I don't want anything. My desires are fulfilled. I don't want anything. So, but Brahmaji was so pleased with her. Brahmaji blessed her that you will have a residence in Golok, and you will also have residence in the Bhu planets, this material world where humans are staying, and you will be the person who will help prosper both the 3 worlds. All the 3 worlds you will be responsible for prospering. So cow is given so much importance in our Shastras. Actually, cows, they perform so much austerities. Like in Satya Yuga, all the cows actually, performed lot of austerities. It is said for 1 lakh years they perform austerities. And Brahmaji was very pleased, and they asked Brahmaji some boons. So they said that, First thing they asked is, among all the charitable objects, जो भी charity में देते, among all the charitable objects, charity of me should be given the topmost priority. So Brahmaji said, Tatastu. Then second they said, we should not be having any faults. Brahmaji said, Tatastu. People should become purified by using cow dung to wash their bodies. Done. Then fourth thing, they should, for purification, they should use cow urine also. So this is also done. And those who give us in charity to qualified persons should obtain our planet, Golok Vrindavan. So whoever gives cows in charity actually goes back to the spiritual world. So this boon is also given. So it is, all these 5 boons were asked by mother cows, and Brahmaji had given them these benedictions. That's why cows are so much stressed in our Shastras. Cow protection and cow milk, cow dung, cow urine. In fact, it is said cow dung is so pure that Lakshmi ji resides in cow dung. So there is another pastime of Lakshmi ji, how she resides in cow dung. So once Lakshmi ji came to the cows and she asked that, oh humble one, I want to reside within you. I have resided within many people. I have resided under all the demigods, Varuna and Indra and everybody. I am with Vishnu. I have resided with anybody. Now I want to reside within you. So please give me a place to reside within you. So cow has many, whole body of the cow, some or the other demigod resides. So similarly, Lakshmi ji also wanted to reside within the cow. And the cow says, no. We are very happy. We don't want, anything else. We don't want any opulence. We don't want any. So very nicely they said, no, we don't want you. And anyways, you are very fickle, they said actually. You are very fickle. You change from one person to another person. You go. So I don't want you. So Lakshmi ji got very angry. Said, how dare you dishonor me? People do perform severe austerities to attain me and you are dishonoring me. So cow said, no, I'm not dishonoring. But generally we are very happy, we are humble and we don't need you. And that argument went on for some time. And then the cows agreed actually. He said, we don't want to dishonor you, but we want to give you the best place, the purest place. And the dung is the purest place of our body. So you can reside over there. Lakshmi ji becomes so happy that she actually goes and resides in cow dung. So this is how cow dung is also very, very pure and Lakshmi ji resides over there. So once Srila Prabhupada, he was in a farm community type. He was near the farms and there was a well and some Matajis were actually washing their clothes. And they were removing bucket of water from the well and washing their clothes, and Prabhupada was standing there instructing. And there was a group of cows which came and they barged through the devotees and they one of the cow went straight inside near the well and there was this bucket of water and she put her mouth inside the bucket of water and drank all the water, and Srila Prabhupada was laughing. And then Srila Prabhupada said, now you have to use her stool to clean the bucket. So, because it is said the mouth of the cow is not pure, but the stool is pure. So, Srila Prabhupada very, he knew the Shastras. Srila Prabhupada jokingly said, now you have to use the stool of the cow to clean the bucket. So, that is how we should have firm faith. Srila Prabhupada had firm faith on the Shastras that even the stool is very, very pure. So here we come to the next topic, that Maharaj Parikshit, now the third person, we spoke about Parikshit Maharaj, his qualities, then we spoke about the mother cow and why it is so important. And now the third person that we are talking about is khalānāṁ. ऐसा लगता है ऐसा हिंदी मूवी का ऐसा villain khalānāṁ. So and if you see the translation given by Srila Prabhupada is the envious one. Very interesting, right? Usually, people who kill people or who are in intoxication, who gamble, who eat anything nonsense, who eat onion garlic, we sometimes call them, they are not devotees here. But here, what is Parikshit Maharaj saying? that I will kill all the envious ones. He doesn't say I will kill all the people who are eating onion and garlic or who are eating tea, coffee. He doesn't say that. He says I will kill all the envious ones, khalānāṁ. So this envy is a very, very deep-rooted anartha within us. See, all this, we sometimes focus on, अरे तूने onion garlic नहीं छोड़ा, तूने chai coffee नहीं छोड़ा. We focus a lot of that on the don'ts of that. But onion garlic can actually go within this lifetime only, we can give up. Envy is something we cannot give up within this lifetime. It is because of envy only we take repeated births and repeated births. We have been in this world itself because of envy. And we sometimes don't even know that we have envy. We feel like when I used to earlier come in classes and they were used to talk about envy. I don't have envy. I like devotees. हमें ऐसा ही लगता है devotees are great. I don't have envy. So I will discuss about that. But we don't feel that we have envy, and we sometimes like one beggar on the road. Will he be envious about Anil Ambani or Dhirubhai Ambani? They will not be envious. But Tatas will become envious of the Ambanis, right? Because they feel that they can match up. They can. So this envy is a deep-rooted anartha which carries on life after life, life after life, life after life. So in fact, we should start saying that, chai, coffee, chuta, usse acha, we should also say envy chuta kya? Because that is more important for us to live. Chai, coffee to chhut jayega. Within 1 year or within 2 years, maximum chai, coffee chhut jayega. But envy nahi chhutta hai. So, and this envy personified was actually captured by Parikshit Maharaj. This envy, this Kali, khalānāṁ, was actually, he came to Yudhishthir Maharaj also. And they could not catch him, but Parikshit Maharaj was able to catch him. So just before they wound out their pastimes, one very stout person came to the court of Yudhishthir Maharaj, stout and fat and short, and he put forward 4 questions to Bhima. Actually, Bhima was not allowing him to go. He said, I want to ask Yudhishthir Maharaj these 4 questions. So first question, he said that, there is a garden in my house. And I've seen this, not in my house. I've seen this, that there is a garden, there are vegetables growing. And surrounding the garden, there is a fence. And this fence is actually eating up the garden. And Bhima was saying, what are you saying? Nonsense things. Well, this is stupidity. He said, no, I saw this. And then he said, I can't answer this. You ask Yudhishthir Maharaj. He said, I have another question. He said, okay, go and ask. His second question, he said, was that there is 1 bucket of water and I'm filling 5 pots with it. But when I fill, and the bucket is empty, and when I put those 5 pots inside the bucket, it does not fill up the bucket. What does that mean? And Bhima was saying, ye kya hai? Aisa kuch nahi hai. Chal, jao. So he said, no, I have third question also. He says that I saw an elephant passing through the eye of a needle. Eye of a needle se elephant pass ho gaya. But the tail is stuck. बोलता है अरे ऐसा थोड़ी होता है. You are asking such stupid questions. Just get out of from here. No, I have 4th question also. He said, what? He said there was a small boy and a big mountain was there. And he just took a small rope and tied the mountain and pulled the mountain. And he was able to move the mountain. And Bhima said, you just get out. You go. These are all stupid questions. And then Yudhishthir Maharaj came and he was asking, like, why no one has come to the to my assembly to ask questions? And Bhima said, no, they had come. One person had come, madman. He asked 4 questions. And I let him and shooed him away. So Yudhishthir Maharaj asked, what was his questions? So he said, he repeated all those 4 questions. And Bhima said, I didn't understand, so I sent him off. Then Yudhishthir Maharaj became very alert. After hearing the first question, he became very alert. He said, asked me this, what was the second question? And after the fourth question, he became very alert and he said, you know what? The first question means that in Kali Yuga, the government who are supposed to protect the people will start eating the people. They will start exploiting the people. The barriers are the protection things. They will only start eating the people. And the second question that he asked, that, pot filling, was actually the parents in Kali Yuga will give so much to their children. They will give everything. But children will never reciprocate back to the parents in the same manner. Then the third question that he asked, that elephant going through the eye of the needle and the tail got stuck into the needle. He said that in Kali Yuga, big culprits will roam freely without getting punishment. But small culprits who chota sa chori kiya hai, they will be caught, and then there will be headlines in the newspaper, culprit caught. So this is the small culprit caught in the eye of the needle. And the fourth, a small boy lifting the whole mountain, moving the whole mountain. He said, Kali Yuga has all the faults, but person who takes up to the chanting of the holy name of Lord Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. One who takes up will move the mountains of anarthas away. He can defeat mountains of bad things that are available in Kali Yuga. So that is the indication. And then he said, immediately catch this person. I want him to be killed immediately. Because Kali Yuga is not supposed to come right now. This is Dwapar Yuga. So they actually go out to hunt for this person, khalānāṁ, but they are not able to catch him. But now Parikshit Maharaj has caught this person, khalānāṁ. So this envious person, what is this envy? And why envious is so much written in our scriptures? Actually, we cannot even understand Srimad Bhagavatam or Srimad Bhagavad Gita if we are not rid of envy. Matlab, our devotion can only not start, if we are envious. Like in Bhagavad Gita, 9th shloka, Krishna says, 9th chapter, 1st shloka, Shri Bhagavan Uvacha, idam tu te ghuyam tamam pravakshyami anusuyave. What it means is that I am telling you this confidential truth. Why? Because you are non-envious. Anusuyave. Anasuyave means you are non-envious. What it means that you will be able to understand Bhagavad Gita because you don't have envy. But what about us? No, we are in this material world. At least I can talk about myself. And practically everyone in this material world is there because this envy is deep seated in our heart. So we will not be able to understand Bhagavad Gita if we cannot remove envy. Even in Srimad Bhagavatam, 1st canto, 1st chapter, very first chapter, 2nd shloka, there is a verse which says about what are the qualifications required to study Srimad Bhagavatam. It says, Paramo nirmatsaranam. Paramo nirmatsaranam. What it means is, matsara means envy and nirmatsaram means non-envious. To understand Srimad Bhagavatam also we should be non-envious. So it is so much important to know what is envy, because sometimes we think envy, I am not envious. People are generally, but I appreciate people and we think that. And honestly, if you, and I had taken one class even when in our, when we were in that center, what was that called? VDBI. That bungalow. I had taken one session on envy. I can talk, actually, envy is my favorite topic. I can talk for hours. So, even in that, we had discussed what is envy. So, I'll just touch base a little bit about envy. What is envy? Why we should know envy? Because even in Srimad Bhagavatam, if you see in the 4th canto, when Daksha is entering the sacrificial fire, where Lord Shiva is present and Lord Brahma is present, he sees that Lord Shiva is not giving him due respects. And he becomes very envious and angry. And these are the words he says. I'll just repeat these words. And please hear this carefully. All sages, brahmanas and fire gods present, Please hear me with attention, for I speak about the manners of gentle persons. I do not speak out of ignorance or envy. A person like Daksha is talking like this, saying that I am not envious of Lord Shiva. I am speaking. And then he starts blaspheming Lord Shiva. So what it means is that when Daksha can fall into this trap, what about us? We will also think, Arey, मैं envy, matsara mere mein hai hi nahi. And this matsara word is also very selectively used. Matsara actually also means fish, right? Matsara. So it is said that this fish is also very envious creature. When it is inside water, it feels that it's when a big fish sees a small fish, it thinks, Arey, ye chota fish abhi, this is a small fish right now. Very soon it will become a big fish, and it can even become bigger than me, and then it will eat me. So before he eats me, I will eat her. So that is the mentality of fishes. That's why it is called matsara, and that's why it is used in the it is used as a connotation for envy. That matsara means envy. So we need to understand envy little in detail, and we will touch base. 4 minutes are left. We will touch base on envy little bit in detail, saying that what is really envy. So our acharyas give a very good definition. Sridhar Swami says, one second now. Sridhar Swami says, envy is para utkarshana asanam. Anybody better than me, you cannot tolerate. You have this, heart burns. अरे उसको प्रशंसा मिला, उसको appreciation मिला, मैं भी ये सेवा करता हूँ, मुझे तो कभी नहीं मिला. So your heart burns. So that is envy. Psychologists also give a very good definition of envy, and I like this a lot. Envy is an emotion. It is a negative emotion. Is an emotion that occurs within one person when one wants something another person has. Whether that thing is a material possession or it is a success or stature. किसके पास success or a stature, we want that stature and we don't have it right now. It is different from jealousy. Jealousy is something that we have and we are afraid of losing it. If we have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, and they talk to another person, we are afraid of losing that person. So we are jealous. But jealousy and envy go hand in hand. Isliye we sometimes interchangeably use envy and jealousy. But the emotion is different within ourselves. So why I am specifically stressing why we need to identify is, when we know the enemy, we can target it. When we don't know the enemy, we won't be able to target. कहाँ पे shoot करना है. So this envy is an emotion that occurs when a person wants something another person has, and he feels the gap between both of them can be bridged by either pulling that person down or pulling himself up. Right? Sometimes envious person, अरे मैं भी बहुत classes देता हूँ, अरे मैं भी बहुत ये सेवा करता हूँ. So he is trying to pull himself up. Actually he is feeling envy, he doesn't realize it. And sometimes when we criticize a devotee, 99% of the time when we criticize, we are envious of that person. We want to pull him down to our level. कि ये तो मेरे जैसे ही है, या तो मेरे से गया गुजरा है. So that we get elevated. And we can give examples after examples. We can discuss about, अरे ये प्रभु जी क्लास बहुत अच्छा देते यार, बहुत अच्छा. हाँ लेकिन मैंने सुना ऑफिस में उनका थोड़ा गड़बड़ चल रहा है. But, that word but, मैंने सुना है ऑफिस में उनका गड़बड़ चल रहा है, means we are envious. We want to pull him down so that he comes to our level. क्लास अच्छा दे रहे हो ठीक है, लेकिन ऑफिस में गड़बड़ है. So we should realize what is envy, and we should start contemplating whether I am critical because of envy or I am just envious. And psychologists, they actually define this envy in 2 words. Many languages have 2 words for envy. It's not a single word. In English it is envy, but in other languages there are 2 words for it. And it is called as benign envy and malicious envy. Malicious envy we all know, you become एकदम मुंह फट बोल देते, अरे तू क्या करता है, मैं तेरे से अच्छा. We know it is malicious. We speak, our actions, everything says about our envy. But benign envy, which is very in dormant state, is a very, very dangerous. Why it is dangerous? Because it actually gives us inspiration also. Like we heard this ad also, owner's pride, neighbor's envy. So it gives you inspiration to buy that TV. You don't particularly go and blaspheme that person, but it gives you inspiration. So a community actually can thrive on envy by doing devotional service also. And some communities can actually, because of competition and envy, they do a lot of services. But they don't know this, that we are getting into a trap of benign envy. We are taking inspiration, but वो heartburn अभी भी है. किसको और को appreciation मिलेगा, तो we will get this heartburn के अरे मेरे को क्यों नहीं किया, but ठीक है मैं और अच्छा करता हूँ. So that inspiration we get. And sometimes devotees, like Radha Gopinath Prabhu says that this is Kanishta's community, where they are taking inspiration based on envy, based on competition. The moment envy comes, competition also comes. अरे ये भी preaching कर रहा है, मैं भी preaching करता हूँ. ये भी programs conduct करता है, मैं भी करता हूँ. It is inspiration, but sometimes when you appreciate this person, then you will feel some heartburn in your heart. So that means you are taking inspiration out of envy, not out of pure inspiration. So this benign envy is very, very dangerous because it comes in form of inspiration, but it can actually ruin. And when we, as I was saying, right, when we are in progressing in initial stage of bhakti, everyone is a pure devotee. But as and when we progress in devotee, we start taking lectures, we start understanding philosophy, then we start comparing others. अरे सेम साथ बैचमेट है, उसको ये प्रेसिडेंट बना दिया, मेरे को कुछ नहीं किया. So that envy starts coming in. I think we are running out of time, but I will just quickly give solution also of envy. And these are from various lectures from His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj and Chaitanya Charan Prabhu and Radha Gopinath Prabhu. So first is we should pray fervently to Lord. Once Anand Vrindavan Prabhu was asking Maharaj that sometimes our anarthas don't go even after chanting for so many years. We should realize that this is how this material world is created. Daivi shaguna mayi, mama maya durataya. It is very, very difficult to overcome some anarthas. We should pray fervently to Lord saying that I have this anartha, please help me overcome it. Second thing is we should genuinely appreciate a person whom we are feeling envious or whom we want to criticize. Genuinely. Sometimes it is very, very difficult to appreciate a person. But genuinely try to appreciate. I have personally seen when you start appreciating, envy reduce hota hai. Definitely. This is sure tested. So envy reduce hota hai. Envy comes when there is one trophy and many takers. But in spiritual world it is abundant. Services are abundant. There is no need for envying anybody. There is abundance in the spiritual world. So you don't need to carry this, I will grab this trophy. No, you will be able to take more trophies than what you want or you can take. So envy is only when one trophy. So you should understand envy, spiritual world there is abundance available. Then we should also think that actually each and every person that we are envious of they are amsha of Krishna. Krishna also says, Mamai amsh jiva loke. They are part and parcels of Krishna. So if I become envious to that person, indirectly I am becoming envious to Krishna. And that is the truth. That is why we are in this world. Sometimes, we should also accept what we are. Very difficult. We should accept, नहीं मेरा इसमें नहीं है, मेरा attitude नहीं है, मेरा स्वभाव नहीं है. Why unnecessary get into competition and मैं भी preacher बनूंगा, मैं भी ये करूंगा, मैं भी वो करूंगा. Just accept the way you are. Very difficult. You should pray that give me the strength to accept what I am and the intelligence to progress further. So with that we will stop. Thank you very much. So 3 things we have covered in this particular shloka, very nice shloka. One is about glories of Parikshit Maharaj, how decisiveness is very, very important for a Kshatriya. He has to be decisive. Violence hai, nahi hai, he has to be decisive about it. Second thing we heard about Surabhi cow, how it descended from the spiritual planet, and why cow is given more importance in our scriptures. And third is about khalānāṁ. Khalānāṁ is about envy. It's talking about envy. It's talking about all of us. This actually shloka is talking about all of us, at least me. That Parikshit Maharaj is ready to actually annihilate people like me who are very envious. So we will stop here. Thank you very much. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.